Wait, why do I have a guitar? Let's do that again. There we go. So about 5 months ago, I saw this video by Valem where he showcased some of his games, and it looked pretty sick, and straight away got me interested in VR and VR development. The only issue is that I had no money, and these VR systems are pretty expensive if I don't say so myself. So I guess that plan went in the grave. So last month I bought myself an Oculus Quest. Why? Because it was one of the cheaper VRs, also it has no cables and has all the games that I want to play. At this point, in all honesty, I didn't have any intentions to make VR games on it, because it's been a while and I forgot about Valem's video. But I saw Dani make a game in VR, which reminded me of VR game development, so I decided to snatch that idea and also make a VR game. Besides, I'm pretty sure Dani isn't the inventor of VR games, but I'll check just in case. Oh, shit. So I guess I should make it a little bit different. So I'm only going to be using particles to make this game. Why? Well, last time it was a lot of fun and you guys smashed that video, so thank you so much for that support. And I guess this is more of a challenge than just making a 2D game, because this is in 3D and it's also in VR. So let's begin. So as per usual, I began making a new Unity project. Right, so I actually need to know what I want to make in VR, and because I'm an unoriginal son of a I'm just gonna steal someone else's idea. Okay, so let's see. You guys have a bunch of cool ideas, so let's just grab this one. Okay, cool, Pac-Man it is. And for those who don't know what Pac-Man is, first of all, shame on you, and second of all, it is a maze video game where the player controls a character through an enclosed maze. The objective of the game is to eat all the dots placed in the maze while avoiding 4 coloured ghosts. So after deciding what game I'm going to make, I had to actually learn Unity VR. I followed some trusty Valem videos, link in the description by the way, to get an overall gist on how VR works. It was actually pretty simple to get started. All you have to do is import XR Interaction Toolkit and change some settings depending on what device you are using. With this tutorial I learned how to make hands for the controllers. Well, actually just some blocks, and I tested the game to see how it works. So all worked fine, but the scene looked pretty boring. So I added a simple interactable object that you can pick up and once again tested the game. I'm just quickly going to say this here, because I have an Oculus Quest and I can't afford an Oculus Link cable. I mean, look at that price for a cable. Yikes. I have to build the game to test it every time, which wasted a lot of time and was pretty annoying. I continued to follow Valem's tutorials and was learning more and more about VR development. Some parts were more confusing than others, but overall it wasn't too difficult. I managed to change some materials for the blocks and add some animated hands, which was awesome. The only issue was that this is in particles, so it was actually really simple to convert everything to particles. I basically just made an empty game object with the particle system component and set the render type to mesh. I then filled it with particles that don't move so it looks like a solid block. I also had to change the render alignment to world, otherwise it weirdly rotates for some reason. I did the same thing with the hands, just filled a mesh and set it as a prefab. And yeah, it looks exactly the same as it did before, but now it's made with particles. And for those who don't believe me, here, take a look. I'm seriously gonna make a simple block using the Unity particle system that looks exactly like a cube. All I do is just fill a mesh, and the mesh is a cube mesh, turn off shape and speed, and mess with the emission and duration. Oh, and the render alignment thing has to be set to world. See, it's particles but it looks like a cube, so it's basically just an easy way to make blocks, I guess. Alright, with the basics done, we should probably start making this game. I should also probably mention that I have until the end of the day to make this, because tomorrow I'm going to be gone all day and I've already wasted a couple hours learning VR and Unity. So we need to make the map. Now normally this would be pretty simple to make with just some cubes, but I need to use particles, and that can take a while. So I found a neat little trick. Right, all you have to do is just draw your map on a piece of paper like I've done here, open up Unity, put it here, and just kind of move it a little bit, and bam! We have a map. Pretty simple. And just to show you that it's made out of particles, here we have a wall that I've selected, and if you look at that, that is a particle system, yes. So I had a map, and that's pretty cool, but that doesn't mean we're done. I needed to add colliders to each wall manually, which took a very long time, as it literally constantly needed adjusting. I built the game again, and here we have this mess of a thing. It looks kind of cool, but it's also kind of bad and scuffed. But in all honesty, I don't care. I have a couple hours to finish this game, so we're gonna have to stick with it anyway. Okay, so with a few hours left, I made some particles to act as points. When the player grabs them, they get destroyed and the player gains some points. Originally, I was going to have it that when the player collides with them, he gets some points. But instead I changed it to a grab to actually use the VR controllers for something. Also, while playing and testing, it was a lot more fun using your hands than just walking around, because it just made it more intuitive. I also made some particles that appear on collection of the points. They're not that visible on camera, but either way they're there, you can look around when you're in VR and you can see them pretty well. I added a score counter on the top as well. And just a quick little FYI, while we're recording some of the later clips, this score counter didn't display properly on video. It was there in the game, but it wasn't really displaying on video properly, so it wasn't always updating, which was really weird, and I don't know why it happened, so sorry about that. But anyway, the point system was done, which was pretty cool. The only thing left are the ghosts. So I created a 3D model in Blender because I, in all honesty, couldn't find a model online that I could just use. So I created this really simple model to use as a mesh reference for the particles. And with some fidgeting with things in the particle system, I made a simple little ghost. I had to make the eyes separately and just attach them. Don't worry, they're also particles, which is pretty cool. I made some AI script for it as well, which kind of works and follows the player. And it's kind of scuffed and all, but it just works for now, and in all honesty, I only have a couple hours left, so we're gonna have to deal with it. I then duplicated the ghost 4 times and changed the colors because, you know, there's 4 ghosts in Pac-Man. And yeah, it was basically done. The only thing left was the game over screen and the winner screen, and that was really simple to make, and it kind of looks bad, but in all honesty, I had 10 minutes left before I had to leave, and I know that I wouldn't have time tomorrow. So it did for now. And then yeah, this is the game, and it's basically finished. It only uses particles, which I'm really proud of myself, but it does look shit, and it plays really terribly. So I'm not gonna lie, I hate it, but I did learn a lot. It was a really fun experience of trying to learn to make games in VR, as it was something different. Also, some things that I didn't mention is that I had many bugs and crashes throughout the process, which really demotivated me to continue making it better. So there was times throughout the process where I would take a little break, because I was really annoyed at some of the bugs that I was getting. A lot of the bugs I was getting were just Unity related, being kind of stupid in all honesty, because there was some issues with my SDK, and I don't know why. I managed to fix it in the end, but I spent a while trying to make it. So I'm not going to release the game because it's terrible, but either way, hope you enjoyed it, and stick around for a quick announcement now. Okay guys, so for this quick announcement, I just want to say that I'm going to be streaming on Twitch, and if you want to go ahead and follow me, there's a link in the description below right now. I'm also going to mention I'm going to be trying to stream Monday, Wednesday, and Sunday for as long as I can. I don't know how long I'm going to be able to pull this up for, but I want to try it. I want to try streaming, so it's something new. I'm going to be streaming stuff like game development on Project Jude and stuff, so you can go ahead and tune in, ask questions, and just have fun with me. And other times I'm going to be streaming some games to, you know, cool down a little bit, chillax and stuff. And yeah, I'm not going to start this week, I'm going to be starting next week, so Monday is going to be my next stream. So stay tuned by subscribing or following on Twitch. I don't really use Twitch, but there's a link in the description below. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and comment down below, and I'll see you guys later. Bye!